Okay, good evening. Okay, I may not be able to read the chat because I'll be sharing my screen shortly. So in case if I miss out on any chat, I'll please relaunching mom community manager. Please can you fill me in if there's any message I'm missing out when I start sharing my screen.
Yeah, no problem. I'll let you know.
Uh, all right, thank you so much. Yeah, so let me just share my screen now. Let me share my screen. The screen. Okay. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Come on. Trying to find it.
Please, you
Okay.
aside, you come and teach us how to design. We need people in UX, UI to be designing slides like this. Please, we need a webinar.
Okay, please confirm you can still hear me. I'm trying to present.
Yes, I can
My
hear you.
network is
Fantastic.
a lot. I don't know. I just hope it does not interfere. Oh, see something wrong. Okay, good. Let me try again. Try this. Ah, network is really not lit. I think I'll just use it like this. It's not playing from here. I'm trying to present, but
Yeah.
my network is bad.
Yeah, so you can start off because of time, then you can try and fix it again as you go along.
Okay, let me just use it like this. Okay, so the topic we're talking about today is the balanced mom, setting intentional goals that align with your life, right? Yeah, this is actually a big one for me because it's speaking to me as well. I'm a mom and we're in together. So yes, welcome my beautiful and amazing super mom. I'm super excited to have you all today, and I'm hoping that this session will be an eye opener for us and it's going to be a meaningful one to our lives. I know most of us are restarting, most of us are relaunching, or most of us are even trying to find balance again. Yeah, after work and then motherhood and then going back to work again. It's not actually the same thing. So today is not about pressure, it's about clarity, intention, and growth. I just want you to know that you're not behind, you're all becoming, and I'm sure that you'll be glad you made the bold step in whatever goals you're trying to achieve. So before we start, I would really like us to do this little exercise. Um, I would love us to take a deep breath in and out for 3 times. That's 3 times. I'm going to be counting, and then we're going to do a little bit of affirmation. So please, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. So when I count 1 to 3, we'll just take a deep breath in and out just to relax ourselves and make ourselves calm. So 1, 2, 3, go. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in again and out. And lastly, let's take a deep breath in and out. As you exhale, I want you to exhale all the worries, all the challenges, all the things that is keeping you not that is not making you move forward. Just exhale all those out. And I would like us to put our hands on our chest and say this affirmation after me. Please, you can just do it at your place. So just place your hand on your chest and say, please say this with your full heart. Like say this believing that you This is you, not just saying it for saying sake, but saying it from the inner part of you. I am capable. I am not behind. I am allowed to start again.
To start
And I am
again.
allowed to grow at my own pace.
I'm allowed
Thank you very
to
much. I really wish I
grow at
could.
my own pace.
I really wish I could share our videos and see us doing this, but since we can't do that, I am hoping we all did that. I'm really, really hoping we all did that. So let's just move. So yeah, what are we going to cover to talk about? Reflection. We're going to talk about understanding goals. We're going to talk about vision boards. We're going to talk about declaring your dreams. Then I'll touch a little bit on quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily goals. And then lastly, we'll talk about how to stay balanced as a mom. Okay, so let's move. So yeah, meet me. Though our community manager has already read my profile, but just let me just say it again. So my name is Tawakalito Moloja, and I am a mom to a beautiful and amazing daughter. I transitioned into tech 4 years ago, and honestly, I would not lie. The journey has been a roller coaster that has been full of learning, uncertainty, growth, and rediscovery. So I'm a front-end developer, and I focus especially on femtech and creator tech. I love creating anything that helps women in meaningful tools that actually respect real lives and not perfection. And that's why I created a product, my Salam Space, though it is still in the production and testing phase. It's a journaling and planning app, which I hope to launch soon before the end of the year. So fun fact about me is I love anything that has to do with design. If it involves colors or structure, you'll definitely find me there. So I have had seasons where I felt behind, like I'll be honest with you. Seasons where I had to pause and seasons where I had to start all over again. But one thing I've learned is this: growth does not stop because you became a mom. Actually, I started my journey before I became a mom. I had to stop, but then I had to start all over again. It just needs structure. I believe when there's structure, you'll be able to actually move at a pace. It might not be a very fast pace, but you'll be achieving something and moving forward. Moving forward is the goal, but stopping is not it's really really not something we should do. So why goal setting feels hard as a mom? I've actually had so many women say, "Oh, if I set goals today, goals that I'll just do before I don't even feel like following up again." Yeah, it's because it is we actually set goals, not setting it the right way. So it's not as if we are lazy that we don't want to, we are not pushing. It's not like as if we are lazy. I can't say we are lazy because being a mom is a hard work on its own. It is not easy. So it's not like you're lazy. It's just that we're not setting goals that actually respect our life. For example, the goals does not have clear direction. When there is too many responsibility, we know we have 24 hours, but most times that 24 hours, it is not even enough because of the too many things we have to do. Work, family, and then we're chasing career again, trying to build up and move on those ladders, right? And number three, setting goals without reflection. Most of us do this. I actually do this before, but thank God I attended the session and then it changed. We set goals without reflection. If you don't reflect before setting a new goal, it will not really move the way it should because you don't know why you're not doing some certain things or you don't know how certain things are. Or and lastly is guilt when plans don't work. For example, maybe you've set out the way your day should look like. You say, okay, by this time I want to do this, by this time I will do this. And at the end, you're not able to do anything. and then you start feeling guilt, and because of that, you don't want to continue on the goals. So yeah, guilt when plans don't work actually makes goal setting hard. Now, before you set goals, you have to reflect. That's one thing I learned, and I've been putting that into practice, and it has really been helping me. So now, before you set any goals, you need to reflect. You need to reflect. For example, if you're setting a yearly goal, you need to reflect on the previous year. Oh, what did I do last year? Okay, what did I achieve? Okay, what did not make me achieve what I wanted to achieve? You need to write all this down, because when you know this, you'll be able to write a better goal for the following year. And same goes as for months. So before you write your monthly goals, you have to reflect on the previous month. Also, for weekly goals too, you have to reflect on the previous week. What you said you want to achieve last week, did you achieve it? If you did not achieve it, what stopped you from achieving it? That is reflection. Knowing why those things didn't work out, those are reflections. So you have to reflect before you set your goals. Same as daily goals. Before you set your daily goals, you have to reflect on the previous day. Now here, I wrote simple reflection question. For example, when you're reflecting, you ask yourself, oh, what really worked? What worked for me last week? Oh, I did this. Okay, this is why it worked. What didn't work? You know what did not work already. So when you're planning your next goal, you know how to plan it. What drained me? You know what actually drained you, that didn't make you actually achieve those goals. What gave me energy? Oh, this thing boosted my energy. I was able to finish up all these goals. When you know all this, when you answer all these questions, then you are ready to set your goals. Now let's talk about what goals really are. So one thing I used to say is, when you set a goal without structure, it becomes frustration, because goals are intentional decisions. These are goals that you have to sit with yourself. You don't just write goals because you are writing it. You have to be intentional about them. You have to write out those goals, being intentional. And now, when you write goals, what do? They guide your time, energy, and focus, because you already know what you want to spend, what you want to spend your time on. You know, you would already conserve the energy you want to use. Oh, by 2 o'clock, I want to learn on this course. I want to learn on this. I want to pick up this book. I want to apply for this job. Because you've already written down those goals. You are guided already. You know what time you want to do it, and you be focused as well. So goals are not wishes. You cannot be wishing. Your goals are not wishes. It is something that you have to sit down and be intentional about. And they must match your current life. That's when I mean they must match your current life. It has to be goals that you know that, yes, I can achieve them by this time. That's why we have SMART goals. I'm supposed to include that one. Sorry, I didn't include it in this slides. So what are SMART goals? SMART goals are, the S stands for specific. That means your goals have to be specific. It has to be measurable. It has to be achievable. That's, you know that, I should be able to achieve this thing. And R stands for realistic. It has to be realistic. You cannot say, oh, I want to get $100 billion this year, or you know that you can't even get 1 million naira. So that's not a realistic goal. You have to set something that is realistic, that you know that, yes, you can achieve it. And it has to be timely. That's time bound. You have to write that, okay, by this time, this is what I want to achieve. So it has to be smart. Your goals has to be smart. Please let me pause for please. Kindly let me know if you can hear me and if you're following.
Yes, we can hear you and I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. So now let's move to why you need a vision board. Yeah, I know most of us would have heard of vision board. Please, if you've if you've done a vision board before, please can you comment that in the section, in the comment section. Like if you've really done a vision board before. Let me see if I can see the chat from here. Let me see. Okay, yes, I have. Okay, but not for this year. Okay, has anybody tried vision board before? Has any other person tried vision board before? No, I haven't. Okay. 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 All right. That's fine. So
I think Nike
vision
has,
board.
she's thumbsing up. I think Nike has done,
Oh,
one more
okay.
person
Okay.
has done this, yeah.
Okay. So I just wanted to ask, how was it? How was the vision board? Were you able to follow through some things? How was the vision board? Let me see if there's any chats.
It
How was the
was,
vision board? How did
for
it go?
me, it was really good. And one thing I think I did was setting realistic goals. And I sort of
Okay.
followed through because it was the physical type where I had
Okay.
cardboard literally in my bedroom.
Okay.
I could, anytime I'm passing, I'm seeing the dollar sign. Anytime I'm passing, I'm seeing, oh, I want to travel. And it was just maybe like subconsciously, or
Yeah.
perhaps let's say supernaturally, right? I began to travel more. A lot of these things actually happened. I think maybe I talked about a car then. Maybe I didn't have a car, and I got a
Okay.
car. So
Wow.
yeah, I
That's
remember
amazing.
I had dollar, I had currency sign, and yeah, a lot of things happened like aligned. I'm not even going to lie. I should do that thing again. Right.
Yes,
I think
yes.
about 3 to 4 years ago, I did it. Is it 2021 or 2020? Just right after COVID, I
Okay.
think I did
Um,
that, yes. And it was a very beautiful experience. Every time I pasted it in my bedroom so that I see it every day. As I waking up, you're seeing it. So it sort of
mm-hmm.
was good for me.
Yeah. I'm glad you had the experience because I want to share mine, but I just wanted to hear if anybody has actually done it before. So actually, not until last year, I didn't know about vision board. I'll be sincere. So I randomly came across this webinar on vision board by Okpe Olaoluwapo. Yes. So I just subconsciously said, okay, let me just register. And then I attended. And then I was wowed. Why was I wowed? Was because when she explained what a vision board does, and then she made sure we all created a vision board. She taught us how to create the physical one and then the digital one, which I actually did. So I created the physical vision board. I placed it in front of my study. Like I wrote everything I wanted for myself for that year. And then I pasted it in front of me, in front of my study. And then I moved to the digital one. I actually did it in two sections. I did for both my mobile and then my desktop. So I used the desktop one for my wallpaper, my laptop wallpaper, and then I used the mobile one for my phone wallpaper. So I would be sincere and honest with you. Like I achieved almost, if not 85%, let's say 80% of my what I wrote on my vision board. Because there's this thing called subconscious memory. When because every time I see what I want to achieve, I am coming across it every single day. When I pick up my phone and I want to scroll through social media, because I know that's where I waste most of my time. And I just see no distraction, but I don't want to be distracted this year. When I look at it, I'll be like, okay, no, no, no. You have to change direction, go to that course that you abandoned. And then I'll just leave it and then go to some other thing instead of wasting my time on social media. So yes, vision board actually helps. It helps you see what you want. It brings focus because you can't be distracted when you are seeing what you want to achieve. It will bring focus and it will help you filter distraction. And lastly, it will keep you intentional. Because when you are seeing what you want for yourself, when you are seeing that, this is what I want, your mind will even be pushing you. If you are not pushing yourself, your mind will push you. That is why this vision board is very, very important. And I would really, really love us all, since we're just starting the year, to actually create a vision board for ourselves that would help us, it will help us keep focus and help us be intentional. So let's move to the next one. That's declaration of dreams. Now we all know about this one, declaring of our dreams. That's declaring what you want for yourself. This is actually something you have to be intentional about. Like, don't be scared about, oh, how will I achieve this? Don't be scared of it. Just declare it. Declare what you want. Then also, don't just declare what you want. Declare why you want that thing. Declare it. Because if you don't declare why you want that thing, you might not actually follow through. Then the last one is declare believe in yourself. I think most of us, we actually don't believe in ourselves. That's why we don't achieve much. I will take myself for instance. When I wanted to start this project I'm doing, I had like most of the time I'll tell myself, "Are you sure you can do this? It's a lot of work. Oh, are you sure you can pull through?" But something in me kept telling me that you can do it. Just start. Just start. The worst thing that will happen is it should not work out. You at least you know you tried. So please, my dear amazing mom, don't feel like you cannot do whatever thing your heart is telling you. Just believe in yourself and declare it. But don't forget to declare your why you want it, which will take us to the next slide. Your why will carry you. You see, this one is very, very important. Very, very important because when you know the reason why you are doing something, you just keep doing that thing because your why will give you strength. Your why would actually sustain consistency and your why will reduce burnout. I'll give a short story on this one. So for me, my why is my daughter. Like, she's my why. And why is she my why? Because I know how I grew up. And I don't want her to grow up the way I grew up. I want a better life for her. I want to be able to give her the good education, the good life that she actually deserves, that I didn't get to have. That is my why. When I registered for a course last year, that was, yes, at the beginning of last year, Old School Africa. I registered for a course, software development there. So one thing happened. This course was a 1 year course, and I had to be in class every Thursdays. And most times I'm always in the kitchen. Like my phone, I'll just put my phone and then I'll wear my headset and then I'll be attending class. One day, the tutor was teaching us something. Like for 2 hours straight, I didn't understand what this man was saying. It was just like as if he was saying another language that I didn't even understand. And I was just looking. Everybody was saying, "Oh yes, we understand, we understand." And then I started asking myself, "Oh, who sent you up? Why are you here in the first place? Are you sure this thing you can do it? Are you sure you are here? Are you sure you know why you are here? Do you think you can pull this through?" And then I started crying that day. I was crying. I told myself, God, who sent me this work? I could have just done something very simple, but I'm putting myself in something that is so difficult like this. I started crying all through the night. And then I looked at my daughter. She was sleeping peacefully at night. I just looked at her. I was like, are you going to give up like this? Is this how you're going to just forget about everything? And I told myself, no, this thing, no, I must know it. Immediately, I cleaned my tears and I went back to the recordings of that class. It was around like 12 a.m. I watched that recording for like 4 hours straight. Like I kept repeating it because I wanted to understand what that man said. And at the end, I didn't get everything, but I was able to actually move a step forward. So why am I saying these stories? When you know your why, it will carry you. When you know why you are doing something, even if you want to even back out, if you want to forget it, your why will tell you, go and continue this thing. You know why you started this thing in the first place. So that's why I said your why will carry you. Next slide. So let's talk about the goals now, on how to set goals. So one thing I always do is I don't set goals straight, like yearly goals that you just start writing, oh, these are my yearly goals. I try to actually divide them into quarters. Like we know we have 4 quarters in a year, and each quarters has 3 months. So this is how I do it. When I get a book, I actually use journal sometimes. I write, okay, these are my quarterly goals. And then I draw a space for quarter one. I'll write, I'll draw the 3 months, like a box for 3 months. Then I'll write my 3 major goals that I want to achieve per quarter. Like for that quarter, I'll write what I want to achieve, the 3 major goals I want to achieve for that quarter. And then this, for example, now this is an example I gave you. Quarter one, top 3 goals. For example, finish part 1 course on virtual assistant, read 2 books, apply to 12 jobs. So these are the things I want to achieve for this quarter that I know that, yes, I can achieve them. You remember, our goals have to be smart. So we move to breaking those quarterly goals now into months. So now, like we know we have 3 months in a quarter. So that means our monthly goals will come from the quarterly goals. We choose what fits these months and will be realistic. For example, January, what do I want to achieve? From that quarterly goals, so you're not going to go outside of that quarterly goals. What do I want to achieve for the first month? What do I want to achieve for this first month? You write it out and you make sure you are realistic. What do I want to achieve for February? You're going to write it out. What do I want to achieve for March? So that's the 3 months for the first quarter, right? And you're writing the goals you want to achieve for that 3 months. Then now from that monthly goals now, that's for the first month. That's where you're going to pick your weekly goals from, because this will now give you direction. Because you've written your quarterly goals, you've written your monthly goals. So from that first month, you know what you want to achieve for the month. So from that month, you're going to pick out your weekly goals. And you focus on progress, not perfection. And you can adjust anytime you need to adjust. So you have to write, we have 4 weeks in a month. So you should be able to know if what you want to achieve for that month, you'll be able to achieve it for 4 weeks. And then you move to your daily goals. Now, it is easy for you to write your daily goals. You're not just writing randomly now, because you are setting a structure for yourself. So now from your weekly goals, that's from week 1, you pick your daily goals. Okay, what do I want to achieve for this day? This is what I want to achieve. And then you'll be able to pick what you want to achieve for that day. And one thing I used to do is I used to start from the hardest. Please, I apologize if there is any background noise. My kids are inside. So I start from the hardest task. And one thing is you should know your energy level and don't overload your day. That's another thing too. Don't do too much in a day. Write what you know that, yes, today I have 2 hours to myself. I should be able to read a book. I should be able to apply to 2 jobs today. I should be able to start and continue my skill development. Like that, you're making progress. So journals too. Journals keeps you aligned. I'm so sorry for the background. So it helps us track our progress, and it helps us reflect and reduce mental overload. and keeps our journey visible. Sorry about the background noise. I apologize again. So that's what journals. Keeping a journal will actually help you because it will help you track your progress. For me, I don't journal every day. I journal weekly. And the reason why I journal weekly is because I know I can't keep up with journaling daily. So I make it weekly. So every week, I know what I'm supposed to achieve for that week. I ask myself, did I achieve what I want to achieve for this week? Okay. Those reflection questions, I ask myself, what drained my energy for this week? What did I achieve this week? What did I not achieve this week? So when you do this, it helps you reduce the mental overload and it helps keep your journey visible because when you come back to it, you'll be able to see what you've been able to achieve so far. So let's move to the last one. So balance is not 50-50. It is not that if I have to finish all these goals. No. It's because balance changes with season. We don't know what tomorrow will bring. We don't know what next week will bring. So it is seasons, right? But you have to just make sure you are taking a step. Some days, family comes first. You know that, oh no, my daughter is sick today. I have to focus on her. I drop everything that has to do with my dreams or my career. And sometimes, some days, your dreams will do what will come first because okay, this is what I want to achieve for myself. It's not just for me, it's for my family as well. So whichever one you choose, both matters. And I want you to know that it is not easy, but taking that step is necessary. And then I end with this. I say one step at a time. I don't know if you know that music. One step at a time. There's no need to rush. So I want us to know that it's progress over pressure. You don't need to pressure yourself. You just need to make sure you're taking a step. Like just, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just taking one step is all you need. And consistency over perfection. It does not need to be perfect, like I said earlier. You just need to be what? Consistent. And one step is enough. It doesn't have to be, oh, I need to do everything today. No. You just have to take one simple step and then you're closer to your dreams than you even imagine. So I just want to let you know that you're doing better than you think. No matter what you're doing, I want you to know that you are doing amazingly well. It does not need to be perfect and you are taking the right step. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope you're able to pick one or two from my little presentation. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much. I mean, the last words were really so reassuring, right? Because sometimes you need to doubt yourself. And just simply hearing that you're doing well is such a big morale booster. Okay, so are there any questions, please? I'd like us to take questions. And maybe can you put us through maybe in about 2 to 3 minutes or 1 minute, how we can maybe create a vision board and maybe give the group as an assignment or the community as an assignment and have them share with us either digital vision board or physical vision board. Is that possible?
Okay, let me see if I don't know if my network would permit me. But since I'm on Canva, because I use Canva to design my vision board, let me see if I can see one. So I'll just teach you how to make the digital one. How about that? Would that work?
Yes,
Can you hear
that
me?
works. Yes, that works perfectly.
Okay, all right. Let me just. Can you still see my screen?
Yes, we're seeing the slide. Thank you. The thank you slide. Yes.
Okay, all right.
In fact, I'm looking forward to seeing your vision board because I'm thinking of all the aesthetics as a designer that you would have added. I'm sure it
Let me
won't be
see. I don't know
basic
if
like mine.
I think it's basic. My network is actually pulling through.
Yeah, we're even glad we're able to hear you clearly.
My network is sorry, it's playing tricks on me again. Okay. Let me see if I can still see my vision board. It is not on this place. It's not here. I don't know. Let me check very well. Okay. I'm just trying to see if I'll see it
Okay, no
before I
problem.
then show you how to
Yeah.
create one.
Yeah, but before then, does anybody else have question? While she's trying to look for it, Nike, Fauzia, Lara, is that you? Then Onyeka, please, do you have questions? If you can, you can unmute, but if you can't unmute, you can drop it in the chat.
I'll find it
Thank
here.
you.
I don't think it's on this. Okay, it is not here, but it is not here. But I'll just try and teach how to create one. I can't find it here. It's not on this page.
Okay.
Okay. So if you use Canva before, or if you're new to Canva, you can just sign up. It's very easy to use. And then you check the templates. Under templates, oh, network again. Okay. Under the template, you can just type, depending on the type of vision board you want to use, is mobile. Sure. So if you're creating for mobile, you just need to type mobile vision board. And if you're creating for desktop, you just need to write desktop mobile desktop vision board, right? So these are a lot of templates. You can just pick one. You can
Wow,
just
this
pick
is
one
really
that
nice.
aligns with your anyone that you feel aligns with what you like, the design that actually suits you. Then sorry, I'm not a cry baby. I'm coming, I'm almost done. Yeah, so I'm trying to look for okay. Let me see the one that it's actually simple, that is not too shouty. Okay. Okay, let me just go with this one. Let me just go with this one. Oh, this one, I like this one actually. Let me see. The network is really, really bad. It's not even. There are lots more. Anyone that if you want to choose, let's see right now. So you just click on customize. Whichever one you pick, you click on customize. Then you can add the pictures of whatever thing. One thing I like about Canva is you can search for what you want, like the kind of images you want. For example, if you're trying to work on your weight, you can just pick a woman with whatever body shape you want. So that one will keep reminding you to keep pushing on your exercise. If you want to pick, if you want to read books, like you want to read maybe 10 books for the year, you can just put books. You can just put books in one section. If you want to travel to, like this, I don't know, it's not if you want to go to the beach side, like maybe you want to travel to the beach side, you can see this icon here, this plane here. So this will keep reminding you that, oh, you
Okay,
want to
so
travel.
that one has to be there
You
every
want to,
year, like that plane has to be
yeah.
there every year.
So you know you want to travel. So you can just replace whatever picture. You can use your mobile as well. So you can just replace any images. You just search for whatever images you want to search. I think Elements, yes, Elements should work. Network is really bad. So you can just replace the pictures with what you want to achieve for that year, and you can actually customize it as well. The design person like me, you can change the way it looks to suit what you want. What else again? If you want to get a job, you can just put someone that is already working. Like, you know that, yes, I want to get a job this year. So you just replace it with someone that is working. And if you want to eat healthy as well, you can put the image of healthy food. So each time you see it, you know that, okay, you want to eat healthy this year. So if you want to be more spiritual, if you want to improve your spirituality, you just search for images that are like this is where you're going to search for it here, these elements place. So there are pictures, there are graphics, whichever one aligns with what you want to use. I don't know, nothing is coming to my head. I'm trying to look for what I can search for. Let me just write exercise. Let me see.
Yeah, so have you added
Oh,
money? Have you added dollar, pound,
okay.
euros?
Yes, money. Oh, I need dollars. I don't even want naira. I want dollars. Let me see about hair like this, like this, like this. You can even use images as well. Let me see. Okay, and just each time you see the image of people exercising, you know that, okay, you want to exercise. Or let me look for dollars. Let me see if I'll see. I think I should be able to see dollars. Let me see. So each time you see that dollars, you know you need to get remote job. Yes, I like this one. You know you need to get remote jobs that will bring money for you. Let me replace it with this one. Yeah. When you're seeing the dollars every day, you know that, yes, I need to make money. So yeah, so that's how it works. I hope you can still hear me.
Yes, I can
Hello?
see here. Yes. Yes, and I
Okay.
find this very, very interesting. I think I'm going to try it out. Though I'm such a
Okay, that's
traditional girl, I would still
yeah, you can
go with the cardboard,
physical, right?
yeah, physical.
Yes.
And also because I have access to, or I know where I can get, magazines, because a lot of these images I noticed when I was doing those vision boards. I had to go to where they sell, old newspapers and old magazines. That's where you can
Oh,
really see
yes.
a lot of the
Yeah.
images that people would need, you understand? So perhaps maybe if my
Yes.
vision board, I would have put that Super Eagles will win the AFCON. Maybe God will make it come
Ah,
to pass.
you're right.
But
Okay, let me just stop
so
sharing.
but it's quite interesting. I think we should try this out. Yes, I think I did this about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was quite interested with a group of my friends. I think I should try it again. It works.
Um,
Vision boards
okay.
work.
Please, do you
So
understand how to create it digitally now? Does
yes,
everybody understand
yes.
it now? Okay.
For me,
I
yes,
can
I'm
stop
going to
sharing,
try
right?
it. Yes, you can stop sharing because
Okay.
I already opened my own Canva to check and see if there's anything I'll be able to do on it. So yeah.
Yes. So one thing you can do, you can actually do both the physical and the
Virtual.
digital one too. Like you can
Mhm.
use it as your wallpaper once in a while, so it keeps reminding you. of what you
Yeah.
want to achieve. That's what I did. Yeah.
In fact, let me share my screen. I saw one very quickly, ladies. We will round up now. Let me see if I can share my screen. Mhm. 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 So I even like this one. So it gives you, can you see my screen, please?
Yes, I
So
can see your screen.
so this is even giving you per month, right? And I think I really like this one. So you're focusing on one thing. Remember, you said we should set realistic goals. So that we don't also
Yes.
burden ourselves with doing too much, new year, new me. You're trying to do a lot of things and you end up not doing anything. So it's better if you choose maybe one goal, one major goal per month, and you run with it. I think that will work while still having some other smaller goals too. So, I mean, this is good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do we have questions, please? Onyeka, okay. Do we have questions so that can answer? My question would be, let me see if there's any question. Okay, no question, great. My question would be, so if you get a goal, how soon should you act on it? And how important is acting fast when you get ideas? Because remember you said working is in your energy zone. There's something you talked about like that. How important is it? Because particularly this time, after January now, February now, maybe after we see January salary and Tinubu has cut all the tax, may we not be demoralized. But how important is it to act fast when you get ideas or when you get goals? Particularly when you're probably still your Zen moments, got it fresh, as opposed to just procrastinating it to when things are perfect. I just wanted to share a bit on that in 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for that question. I actually like the angle that question is coming from. Like, how fast should you act on your goal? So for me, I feel it depends. There are different types of goals. Some goals are actually like maybe something you can easily achieve now. And if it is something that you cannot achieve like in the next 2 or 3 months, that is why you have to write them down. Like you have to write it down in where it actually belongs. For example, if it's a goal that that yes, I can do this in, how will I put it, in a quarter. Would I say in a quarter? Yes. So if it's something you can achieve in a month, you write it in the monthly goals, not in the quarterly goals. Like it depends on the voluminity of the goal that you want to achieve. So you have to ask yourself that question, that how soon can I achieve this? And if it is something you can achieve very, very fast, you don't need to procrastinate. You just have to act fast. For example, which example would I even give now?
Maybe when you think of a certification and maybe you can afford
Okay,
it at that point, yes. Should I act on it or I
okay,
should wait?
yes. For example, now this certification you talked about, that this certification, you have the time now. Nothing is stopping you from doing it now. And you have the money. It's better you act fast. But if you know that, okay, I think I want to have the certification, but I just gave birth and I know I may not be able to focus fully, maybe depending on the hours you're supposed to use every day. So you can still put it, okay, by this time I should, maybe by March or by April, I should have the time. Or for example, you might have the challenges of money. It can be financially, and you be like, okay, I don't have the financial means for now, but I want to do this. So that's why I said it depends on the type of goal and it depends on you too. But if you know that I have the money now, I have the time now, it's better to act fast and do that thing and not procrastinate. So I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yeah, thank you very much. And it's also important to understand ourselves. I give a very personal example. There are some things that come to my mind. Boom. You have the energy to do it immediately, right? Do it. Now, sometimes it does not make sense. Sometimes you may feel, oh, I'm doing too much. But some other times you may not feel that way. You understand? And it's important that I believe that something comes to my mind and I have the energy for it. I will do it almost immediately. Because you can never tell when I'm going to have that energy again. Right. So it's important that we work on our goals as soon as possible because it's like ideas. You see people say, oh, you see somebody doing a business. So, oh, Gina, I thought of this business. But you didn't do it. And you're not the only one who's got the idea. So run with it as fast as you can. That's my mantra. Yeah. So thank you. I don't know. Any other questions, please? If there are no more questions, we will call it a day. Okay, I don't think we have any other question. Thank you. Onyeka, do you want to help us with a vote of thanks?
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay,
Good evening.
okay, good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you for coming, and it was really, really, really informative and encouraging as well. Thank you so much for coming. And for every other person that joined this webinar, God bless you as well. Thank you for joining as well. And I pray that God is going to help us to be able to focus more and draw a plan for ourselves so we can be able to achieve it as well. It's not really easy, I know. Motherhood, kids, career, businesses, and all of that. Trying to put all of this together. I know it's not easy, but I'm also trying to encourage each and every one of us that we should just keep pushing forward one step at a time. We will definitely get there. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate your time and I appreciate the informative speech. Thank you very much. I really appreciate.
All right, thanks everyone. That will be all. And enjoy the rest of your night, please. Bye.